Yo, yo, yo.
Greetings.
We're back with another tale from the dude.
Yeah, welcome to the Seqta. Back on the scene. Sexonians, whatever. Do we even come up?
Sectonians. You guys can decide for yourselves. Let us know what you decide on.
yeah, we're trying to come up with a community name. So welcome. Seqta rights. Sectoronies.
Sectoronies. Sectonians.
I like that one.
Sectorodins.
Sectorodins. Oh, that was the other one too. That was the other one. So what's up, brother? How was your week? Another one?
Another lit one, bro. It's been a hell of a fun journey. I was telling you before that the manager I do my shift with essentially for my week was on vacation again. So essentially it was on me again to run the store.
Oh shoot.
It was quite the experience. I think I'm getting the hang of it.
Nice, bro. Heck yeah. You liking it? You like the experience?
I do. You know, it truly is stressful, you know, being the person that everyone is coming to for the answers, you know what I mean? Like what to do next and all this and that. But, you know, the more you do anything, you know, the better you get at it. But I think it truly helps when I'm not running the shift, you know, it helps to watch my manager or, you know, understand what exactly the store manager wants, you know what I mean? Because if I could just do what they want, you know, then they're happy. And that's what you got to do, you know, just hit those certain, you know, goals that you have to do in the night, just to make sure you're at a certain point. So when you hand off the shift, it's not like completely trashed.
Nah, yeah. Yeah, it's good that you have a sense of that because I know, some people don't care, you know, and they get in positions like that and everything just falls apart. And then the store is shit, and, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's tough. Management, it's a tough position, you know, whether you're in it or not. It's tough to have management. That sucks. It's tough to be in management. I was in a little bit of management, you know, in Jimmy John's, and that was tough. So I've thought about it, you know, getting into management, King Supers, and I was like, it's not for me at this point in time. You know what I'm saying? Because I need more time for outside work. You know, that's how I seen it. And when I was doing management at Jimmy John's, maybe I don't know. Who knows how I'll be now? Maybe I'll be a little different now. But when I was at Jimmy John's, it was really overwhelming. Just saying at that little store, you know, it was just a small store. Even though we were like a busy store, that's not as big as like a grocery store though. Still, you know, retail and stuff like that. So I was like, man, I can only imagine. That shit's stressful as frick. You know, like I see my manager all the time. She be stressing. So I'm like, I try to do my best to help her. So that's all you could do as workers, you know, is try to make the manager's job a little easier. Because they hold everything together. When you don't do the work, they have to. Like if they have to fire somebody, they gotta freaking take the position, you know, like, oh, well, looks like I'm about to do your job for you, you know?
Yeah, pick up the slack. Exactly,
and it's tough holding everything together like that. So I try to be that worker who pulls his weight, you know what I'm saying? Who doesn't, like, put everything on the next person. And that's something I learned from Jimmy John's too. The manager there, he was a good manager. He was. We didn't click in the end, but he was a good dude. He taught me some very valuable lessons, you know, in the workspace, and that including just you don't want to leave this for the next sucker. You know, you want to make sure you finish your job. You know, you start something, you finish it, you clean it up, and you leave it the way it was because you don't want to leave it for the next person because that's just annoying.
Yeah.
But people be doing that all the time, bro. King Supers especially, man. I'm like,
no doubt. Yeah, it's invaluable though. Yeah, to have a great, you know, team. You know, people who are actually willing to just work. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
That isn't always the case.
Yeah. Everybody's their own, you know, and we went through a lot of different workers building our team and stuff. Like our team's pretty decent right now. Like I said, shout out Tony, homie's leaving, but yeah, he was a good addition to the team, I thought, you know, and now all of a sudden he's about to be, his last day's on Saturday, or actually, no, Friday. So he's about to be out, and it'll be some of the regulars that I've been working with for like the past 4 years, which is pretty cool. And yeah, we went through a few different people, just like team building, essentially. People just didn't fit. People kept arguing. There was drama, and people had to leave. We ended up having to pick up a lot of slack because we didn't have enough people on the team for a while, and we've come a long way. So like now, we have a pretty decent team.
Oh yeah.
But I ain't gonna lie. Whenever we're short people, I be like happy because I get extra hours. That's the only time we get overtime.
No doubt.
So I'm like, yeah. Sometimes I'm like, dang, they're bringing more people in.
Less hours.
Yeah, they come and take all the hours.
You want to take a shower quick after?
Yeah.
Salud. To working hard.
Always working.
Ooh, always. Man,
every day. Even when I'm not.
I mean, for us, man, because it's overnights and stuff. Turnover is just huge. You see a lot of people come and go. Really, it's like, there's people who have been there for years that are still there from when I even first started, but even before me. But it's like a lot of the newer people. You know what I mean? A lot of people just can't hang on. I get it too. It's a lot of. It's different. Overnights is a different beast. You're fighting to stay awake and work.
I was actually, when I first applied at King Soopers, I was going to do overnight. They get paid more, but the lady was looking out for me. The lady who hired me, she's like, "Yo, are you sure have you done overnights before?" And I was like, nah, I was just gonna just wing it. She's like, well, because I was saying, if you've never done it overnights, it's gonna be hard for you to adjust. So I could possibly, look into other departments for you and see what I could work out for you. And she ended up getting me one of the best departments, the hardest department to get into, I guess. Produce. Originally, I was supposed to be in the deli, which would have sucked, bro. Everybody dreads the deli.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what it is over there, but it's just a vibe, bro. Everybody's always trying to get out of there. Nobody wants to be there. But produce, is chill.
That's fine.
And then we got the good manager, so. No discredits to other departments. I just know, their teams aren't all the way together yet. Whether they're losing people or what, like I said, it's just everything's its own beast. So we've been dealing with the produce beast for quite some time, putting together the team.
No doubt.
Which is kudo. It's been a great experience for me because I was never really a team guy growing up. I played sports or whatever. I played a little bit of basketball. I was on a team in that sense, but I never got a lot of team building experience activities in growing up. So I feel like that definitely had an effect on my crowd setting because I don't like being in big crowds. I don't like being around a lot of people, but I think that has a lot to do with just the lack of the interaction with a lot of people growing up. So I've been working on it. That's why I've also seen a lot of value in this experience with produce and the team there. Just building the relationships there, the connection, learning to work with others, I'm still learning to do that. They were trying to teach us that in school. I remember that, they were like, oh, pick your partner. I used to hate picking a partner, bro. I used to be like, I gotta be with somebody.
Yeah, man, definitely. Work, it opens you up to a lot of different personalities, a lot of different people, how they operate.
Especially retail, bro.
Yeah, especially retail. Because it's more than just the customer or the coworkers, it's the customers, it's everybody. A lot of different people, a lot of different faces.
Exactly, bro. So I like the range of things you get. You get such a vast array of perspective on people. that way, so it's like you have a lot of I've been able to develop a lot of different responses to all these different types of people, and I didn't realize how I didn't know how to respond so much. I didn't notice that there was so much I didn't know how I never interacted with. So how would I even possibly think to respond there?
Yeah.
So I've seen that in a lot of different scenarios, and I've seen a lot of growth, when a lot of different responses out of things. I've been adjusting myself and adapting to situations, and now I'm more of a people person, a little bit more. I still like my alone time. I'm not gonna lie, because it's just, I don't know. I've learned a lot there, but now I feel like I've learned enough. Not enough, but I feel like now the learning is outside myself. So now I'm out here connecting again with the people. Getting more adjusted in different settings and situations. So I don't know. 25 years old. Life's a trip. You really don't know what's next. You can plan or prepare. That's how I usually say it. I like to say I prepare. It's not necessarily a plan. When the moment comes for what I prepared for, and nothing is in the way, then yeah, it's gonna go exactly according to plan. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta account for everything, so you never know what could come your way. Like tomorrow I got work, right? I'm preparing for work. I got a whole routine in the morning that I do before I go to work, especially on Wednesday. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Well, I haven't been doing Fridays. I usually work out before work, and then I'll chill for a good hours, take care of my animals and stuff, and head out to work like 1. Get there at 1:30, start working, and yeah, that's usually my day. But there has been occasions where something might come up, so it's not always just smooth sail to work,
No doubt. Yeah, man, it's, life's busy, bro. I mean,
yeah, bro.
It's always something going down. Somebody always needs your help with something, and yeah, it's just busy, man. Always something to do, really. I mean, sometimes, sometimes you just gotta say no, when it comes to that aspect, because when it comes to self-care and stuff like that too, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's good to help people and be there for people, but you also gotta be there for yourself,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man, it's it's a balance, something you have to figure out for yourself.
Yeah, you gotta play the threshold. You know what I'm saying? You gotta see where it's at. See where the boundaries are within yourself to maintain. Because life, man, life is it's a marathon, not a race. They say. So you want to be able to go the distance, and when you're overextending yourself all the time, it freaking drains you, and it takes it out of you, bro. The next thing you know, you're freaking mentally exhausted. You're like, frick, I've been doing too much,
Yeah.
I'm all about going past your limits, but then there's a certain point to where you're kind of doing too much. You're taking on too much. So one thing I've been actually kind of doing is I incorporate something into my life, right? And I give it a good amount of time to incorporate before I add something else. So I started it with my workouts. I started because I remember I was looking up working out a lot in the beginning when I first started my workout journey. Most people, even me, I will stop working out because in the beginning they start off going too hard. You know what I'm saying? And it takes a lot out of you because you want to just get to the goal right away. So you go all out, boom, 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 but you don't realize that you're not used to working out like that. So it's too much, it's too taxing on your body, and you can't do that all the time unless you're trained to do that all the time. You know, you have to build up to be like to work out for long extents, heavy extents, and you know, to do very intense workouts like that, you know, for long periods of time. So in the beginning, I didn't realize, you know, like, because for a couple years until now, I've been consistently doing my workout for like a good year and a half, 2 years. I was trying to get a workout thing started, and I couldn't do it, bro. And I didn't understand why. But it was because I would go too hard, and then all of a sudden I'd be too exhausted the next few days. I can't even, my body just couldn't come back and do that same thing again. You know, so then you just kind of give up. It kills your motivation, you know, because you're not able to maintain that. So this time I took a different approach. I slow workouts, bro. I started with 150 push-ups, bro. You know what I'm saying? 150 push-ups a day. Well, actually every other day, kind of. So I did Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And I just started out with push-ups, just building a little bit of a stability within my push-ups. And through time, you know, I did some more research on certain things, and I learned other workouts. I learned a whole push-up workout with different push-up variations and stuff like that, and was able to take my push-ups further and also build muscle and have muscle development as well to be able to do 150 push-ups, you know. And now I've went through a couple different things, but like I said, I would do one thing, right? So say I did that 150 push-ups. I did that like for like a couple months, you know, until I felt like, all right, I got this down. It's easy for my body. I know what I'm doing. It's easy, you know. It's just boom, natural, you know. And I was able to do that naturally. So then once it's easy, you got to challenge yourself. So that's when I started incorporating the other exercises, like the other workouts I learned online and stuff like that, and to take myself further and to develop different muscles. You know, I also I learned a pull-up workout. I learned a core workout. And now I'm up to a point. Like, I've learned all these different types of workouts now, right? I've incorporated a lot of different stuff, and I've took time to integrate and also transition through all these different workouts to give my body a well-rounded experience of exercise. And my brother included, you know, he showed me some workouts, and I've incorporated that into my exercise routine and stuff. So it's just about keep continuing and going further, you know, but you got to give that time to develop in that area. You know, like I experienced a lot of my time. I wanted to get to the next thing, you know, so quick. You just want to grow. That's how I've always felt my whole life. I just want to grow, you know. So I'm like fast. I'm trying to I'm doing all the research, you know. I'm freaking looking up everything. I'm doing as much as possible, but at the same time, I wasn't taking enough time to really integrate that into my lifestyle and to actually solidify a lot of the stuff that I was picking up on. I learned a lot, but I actually didn't learn a lot at the same time. I just made contact with a lot of different information, but I wasn't able to actually integrate that and fully embody a lot of that information because I didn't give it time to take root, you know, inside myself. So lately, that's what I've been doing, you know, focusing on letting things take root and build from that root so I can have a strong base, you know, and the connections are strong. It doesn't have like a weak link, you know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, when things don't have a full root, bro, I'm telling you, I've read a lot of articles. I've read a lot of stuff that I just, boom, gone. It's just gone because I didn't take time to actually sit with it, comprehend it, turn it over in my head, you know, let it just develop me. I didn't take that time for development. So that's what I've been working on lately, you know, and I know back to the point of overexertion, right? Where in this process of going through all these different things and incorporating different things into my life, it wasn't just working out. That was just an example, you know. Like I did it with Tai Chi and, you know, other things as well. Also, even people, you know, like helping this person, you know, if I sometimes I can only help so many people, you know, but there's a point where I've come to where I feel like I've helped all these people and I can help them, but I feel like maybe I can help a couple other people now. You know, I feel more positioned. I feel stronger. I feel like I have more to give now because I already have all these people. I have this, like, you know, this is natural. Maybe I can add a little more. And sometimes it'll break the cap, you know, and I'll get exhausted again. But it's like a workout, you know. I'll take the time to sit with it, let it take root, develop it, and eventually it becomes natural too. And it doesn't take as much energy from me, and it's not even exhausting. And, you know, and then at that point, if I want to, I can go further, maybe even, you know. And that's how I've been kind of pacing myself, is by adding a little, taking time to get to know it and familiarize myself with it, get used to it and comfortable with it. And then once I'm there in my comfort zone and I got that down pat, then another thing. You know what I'm saying? And I've been able to actually build my energy and not get so overexhausted and feel drained all the time because of that pace I'm kind of developing for myself now. And it's been getting quicker, you know, but it's a process. You know, in the beginning it was really slow.
Yeah, definitely. It's like with anything, you know, like anything you learn, anything you want to become proficient at, you know, you start, you know, at the base level. And then, the more proficient you get, the faster you get, and the more you can take on. And, it's a process, you know, like everything. And
exactly.
You can't skip the process, you know. You can't, like we said before, you can't just be day one master, you know. Like, you can be a prodigy and be good at it and learn quick, but, you know, you can't just, skip the process.
For real. You know what helped, or you know what actually kind of made me start moving that fast?
What's that?
So I started, I'd be theorizing, doing all this crazy stuff. So I remember I started noticing certain things because I observe a lot. But I have this thought, right, behind beginner's luck. Okay. Naturally, I feel like we kind of know what to do. You know, like just naturally. Without any thought, without anything in, you know, all your mind or anything, you know, that influences you in the way, when you go at something, you get it right the first time. Just naturally. Not even thinking about it, not even nothing. So I was like, there has to be a reason for that, you know? So I thought, I was like, well, if naturally you kind of do it right the first time, I started getting this idea that if you just observe exactly how you do it the first time, and then all you got to do is repeat that. Do your best to get that first result. You know, that first way you did it, the original way, which was perfect. You just gotta develop and work to get every time you do it that way. And just remember just the smallest details, the smallest of how it felt, you know, how you were positioned, you know, things like that. And you can kind of speed up the process of learning. That's what I was doing for quite some time. And I was actually getting really good at it until there came a time when I started experiencing stuff that I just did not know how to do. I've never even it was like, it's like as if I almost have done all these things that I was doing my whole life before, 100 times or 1,000 times more. You know, it's like just easy for me. And then I came to that understanding. It was like, oh, it's like I've done this before. And if stuff is like that for me, then just observe this, and I could just boom, then I got to a point, bro. Stuff was easy for me. But then I started working at King Soopers, and then it was like, now stuff started coming my way where it was like, I've never come in contact with this before. I've never felt anything like this. I've never done anything like this. And that's when I felt my life change. And that's where the edge of my comfort zone hit. You know what I'm saying? And I started to walk different territory, bro. I was like, dang. And I started getting quiet again, like when I'm quiet, I'm observing. I'm probably just as much as everybody is. When they're quiet, you're just kind of just paying attention. So because I felt like I was in a whole new world, bro, and everything was different for me. I was like, everything was more to me. My whole experience was just like, I was like, what the heck? And then my body felt different. And I didn't, like, nothing was natural for me anymore. There was other, the things that I've already done forever, I could do that 1,000 times and keep doing it, but there's no sense in doing the same stuff over and over again because I wasn't seeing any more growth, So I was like, man, I didn't know that I was going to receive growth in these areas, This is the areas, honestly, like King Soopers, for instance. I didn't even want to go to King Soopers, bro. I was like, man. So to be in the place that I didn't want to go, man, this shit's crazy. I found the most growth, I found the most growth in the place that I didn't want to go, like truly. And you'll hear it a lot, I've heard it a lot, actually. I don't know about anybody else. That, that place that you don't want to go, that's usually the place that you have to go. That you need to go to. Mm-hmm. It's not, those weren't the exact words, but it was something like that.
It's like when you're the most uncomfortable. You know what I mean? It's when you grow the most. When you get out of that comfort zone that you're talking about.
Exactly, bro. And I don't know. I felt like I had everything figured out. I didn't think there was gonna be anything in life that was gonna come across my path that I couldn't, that I didn't already know what to do once I got there. Until I got here where I'm at. I've gotten the hang of certain things, and then, but I don't know. Life is a trip, though, because I've always heard it like this: when you do something, right? You'll do certain things and it feels like you've experienced them or you've done them 1,000 times before. And they would say that's like, because you've done them in past lives and stuff like that. So if that were true, I thought about that. I was like, if that's true, then that would make sense why I feel like this about a lot of stuff. So then I observed that and I was able to develop that. And I always had this idea that, because the idea of reincarnation is to develop your soul to the point to where you learn all your lessons and you don't have to come back, essentially. So if that is the case, my idea is, why are you going to keep doing stuff that you've done like in 100 maybe or a couple lives already? You know what I'm saying? You've learned that. You already know it. You're not learning. And that's when I started looking outside of that, not necessarily trying to like knock my process, but I was trying to, I figured that was the next step of development. So I figured a lot of different stuff for which are natural to me, that I've probably been doing for a year, however many lives or whatever it could have possibly been. And I kind of got the range of that. Then there came the time when I was like, well, the next step is finding that thing that I haven't done in any life, and now I'm at King Soopers and stuff, and I met freaking my teacher, like I do martial arts, right? So I've done a lot of different styles so far. I haven't like completely learned, but I've I've peeked into a lot of different systems, you know, and I have gotten a feel for them, you know, and how my body is and how it operates. Some of the systems are so natural to me that it's like I've done it. Like I've done it forever. Like it's so natural. Boxing is so natural for me, you know. Freaking jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu is so natural to me. Freaking Muay Thai even is pretty natural to me. But Tai Chi was not natural to me. And that's what really also captured me more in Tai Chi, was the fact that it felt like I've never done nothing like this before. So it felt like the next step for me. I was like, man, this is it. I was like, this is what I've been looking for. This is the thing I haven't done. This is the thing that's going to help me grow. So then, yeah, that's also what, you know, gave me so much determination, you know, and dedication to really want to stick with it. It's because I've been trying to figure out I just like I said, I just want to grow.
Yeah.
Literally, like that's been my thing since I was a little kid. Like even when I was little, I was a kid. I want to grow up and be an adult. I just want to grow. I just want to grow. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always this weird freaking thought I have in mind. I just want to grow, and I want to do it fast. You know what I'm saying? It's like I wanted to grow up fast. You know, I want to learn fast. I want to grow fast. I don't know what it is, why I want to be like that, but that's also why I like Tai Chi too, because it tells you you just need to move slow, bro. Like take it in, just chill. You know, like that's the second principle, is to move slow. So like, it's not about moving fast. You know, in a world of moving fast, you want to focus on moving slow, so you can know what's really happening. So you can really see how things are going. You know, the idea behind moving slow is to feel the essence of the moment, you know, the essence of your motion. Every extent, every measure of how that motion carries out. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of value in that. And that's presence, you know, and mindfulness it's a whole practice. It's like it's a moving meditation essentially. Tai Chi. So it's like you just focus on the motions, the principles. And yeah, bro, like at first it was really hard. For me, it was like super hard. And then my teacher was really like he was really trying to challenge me too. I feel like maybe it's because he felt like he had to. But yeah. But I was like, no, this is what I got to do. Anytime I ever felt like that about something, like I have to do this. It doesn't matter, bro. I don't care what it is, what is here. I just stick with that. So now I'm here, and we've been doing this podcast. You know, this is really new. Yeah, this is one of those things that was like, oh, I don't know, let's do a podcast, bro. You know, like, and then I was like, we kind of didn't know how to do it. We had an idea, but this was new territory too, you know, this whole podcast. This was all new. We just had an interface and the microphones at first. We were holding the mics, right?
Yeah. It's there on the couch.
There on the couch, bro, like shit's crazy, you know, and because you definitely know nobody was doing this in past lives, because this shit is modern, bro. Podcast barely came out in the past 10 years, you know.
I was thinking about when you were talking about that too, and like past life stuff. It's like, yeah, you know, a lot of like the stuff that we are doing, you know, like the technological stuff is like, you know, it barely came around in our lifetime, you know, so we are kind of like the first generation to really be, you know, understanding of it, you know, as it's coming out, you know, and like going with it, you know, rather than completely not understanding it or, you know, I mean, now the kids definitely, you know, they're like, you know, they're streamlined into it, you know, so they're going to understand it a lot, probably better than us, you know, just because, you know, they're just there, you know.
Yeah. Just growing up in it.
Yeah.
Like my little brother, he understands technology way better than me. He just, on all the machines, the new technology. He got the PS5 and stuff, you know, and he's just, boom, got it figured out. But honestly, I'm really excited to see my little brother grow. I remember, right, my little brother was born. He just had this look in his eyes, bro. It was like determined. He was like determined. Like, I was like, dang. He just looked powerful, you know? And I would sit there and I would like try to talk to him mentally. You know, I'd be mentally trying to talk to him. And I swear he'd understand me, bro. I'd be sitting there talking to my little brother, like just beaming him. And he'd just be looking at me. And I was like, I swear it was like he was understanding me.
Yeah.
And now, bro, I've had some experiences with my little brother, right?
Yeah.
That are like telepathic, almost in a way. Because he's like, I don't know. I think it has something to do with doing that when he was a baby. But the first time it happened, I was actually kind of tripping. I was tripping. And we went outside. We went outside or something to play. He wanted to play, and he was showing me some stuff. You know, and I was trying to tell him something. And then I was like, nah, bro, you shouldn't do this. And he just looked at me. And he's like, bro, I got this. Like, mentally. That's how I felt, you know? Like, it wasn't like, it's not like, it wasn't words. It was like, he's like, bro, trust me, you know? Because I'd be like kind of judging. I'm like, oh, why are you on this technology? Why are you doing all this? You know, like, you shouldn't be watching this. You know, like, I'd be feeling like that. But then, like, he gave me this look, bro. I was like, nah, you know what you're doing. You know, and I like, when he gave me that look, I see him now, bro. Super intelligent. And he's like, we're playing this game, right? It's called Gang Beasts. I go over to my dad's every Thursday, and I chill with my little brother, and I play the game Gang Beast on the PS5. And he freaking, the first time we go to play, I was like, "What are we gonna play?" I was like, "Yo, you know, watch, I'm about to beat you up." And I'm gonna teach. I was like, "I'm gonna teach you something." He goes, "Nah, I'm gonna teach you something." And I was like, "Oh yeah." Sure enough, bro, this kid's teaching me, bro. You know, he's 6 years old right now, and he's freaking teaching me. He's teaching me what he knows through this game, and he's well constructed, well put together. At 6 years old, a little kid, and bro, like, I'm learning from him. You know, I feel like he's really teaching me, like, truly. I'm like, dang, this kid is super smart. And I remember that when he was, like I said, when he was first born, I was like, this kid's gonna do great things. He's gonna be greater than me. That's how I felt. I was like, he's just gonna have so much more access. He's gonna be able to do more. You know, he's not gonna have to deal with the traumas that I had to deal with that held me back. And he's just gonna be able to just be there, bro. And I'm so happy for him, and especially to be a part of his life now, because I've been waiting for these moments to interact with him and to see where his mind's at, to see where his head's at, to hear his feedback. You know, like, I've been waiting for these moments. No, hey. And now I'm like, this is exactly, you know, I'm here and I'm like, dang, this is exactly what I've been waiting for, you know? I'm like, this is crazy. So I'm excited to see him grow up, you know, and to see the man he becomes, you know? He's got a great support system. So that's a huge thing, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Olympus, stop. You know, and I'm getting excited about, like, a lot of these next generations of kids. You know, I've seen, you know, Ronald's daughter. So intelligent, bro. She's already only just over a year old. She's already saying, you know, talking a little bit, walking all over the place, and she's so vibrant and expressive. You know, shout out to Ronald and Erica, you know, out there doing their thing. And man, I've seen a lot of kids, you know, they're just they're just ready for life, you know, and that's crazy to me, because like I was like, dang, this is life, you know. So I'm happy to see this generation of kids coming up and see them, like, it's like they have a whole nother determination about them. I'm really eager to see where that goes, because a lot of them are making better decisions too, you know. So
yeah, you know, it's the future.
Yeah. God bless the future generations, you know, the generations coming up as we speak, you know, like,
man, it's gonna be a different world.
Truly, man, you know, when we're gone, bro, like, that's why, you know, I be working on a lot, you know. I'm trying to get as much as possible so I can give as much as possible too, you know. And I've been able to give to my little brother, you know, like I've come to a conclusion in life. Because you ever try to help somebody, right? Especially older people, the older generations, and you just can't help them. I'm sure people experience that a lot, you know. It sucks, but some people you truly can't help, man, you know. And it tends to be, from what I notice, with a lot of people that are older than us, the older generations, you know, and it'll be your family or whatever, you know, the ones that you really care about. And you really can't help them.
Well, you know, they gotta want to let you help them, you know.
Yeah, and that's a thing. And there's always these barriers too. And one of them, including sometimes, is the fact that you're young. You don't know. You ain't lived. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, dang, you know, and that holds them back. You know, they'll listen to somebody who's older than them, though. Sometimes, you know, sometimes they won't, but. If it's somebody they respect a lot, an elder, oh, you know what I'm saying? It hits different. They have wisdom and experience. You know, when you're young, you still don't have that, you know. But like, I have experience that I could definitely share with younger generations. And to me and to them, I'm an elder, literally. You know, so that's where I've kind of been focusing more. I'm trying to kind of focus more on the younger generations now, because I feel those are the ones I'll be able to reach the most. You know, and I know some things, you know. I don't know everything. Nobody knows everything, you know. But I definitely, you know, have something that I could leave them, you know, to help them get better and to, you know, help them have better choices in the future. So that's where I felt called to next, you know, it's the kids like my little brother and stuff, you know. I went last week to see Ronald and his family. I seen Emery and Lil Lalo, his niece and nephew.
Yeah,
that's part of the reason I went out there, you know, is because those are the ones we gotta help right now before it gets too bad. You know what I'm saying? There's people that are already so far gone, you can't even help them anymore. And I don't believe that you should give up on helping them, but you want to stop the damage before it even happens. You know, they say an ounce of prevention is worth more than a pound of cure. So as much as we could prevent from happening is the key, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Preach. Shit. You want to take a shot?
Yeah, let's take that shot. I've been there. I was kind of ranting for a little bit. But that's where my head's at right now.
Yeah, man. It's food for thought, you know.
How's Guillermo?
He's good. He's on track to graduate and stuff.
Tight, bro. That's what's up. I didn't graduate. I commend anybody that graduates high school. Straight up. Even if you don't go to college, you at least graduate high school, I recommend. Is that mine? Okay.
Yeah, you know, it's cool. You know, I'm proud of him.
Is he still with the same girl?
Destiny, yeah.
Tight, bro. And that's great too, man.
Shout out to the Menace and Destiny.
Yeah. Don Madero. he's got to make a return, man. After he graduates or something, right? You're like, yeah, I'm a high school graduate. You know, like.
Yeah, he'll be back.
Tight, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's cool though. You know, he's working at Arby's and stuff and doing that. So you know, he's staying busy.
That's what's up. He's working. He's 17 or 16.
What's that? 10. I think 18.
Oh shit! So yeah, he's like right there then.
He's gonna be 18.
Yeah, he's really right there, bro.
This year, right? Because 3, 4, 5, 2 years, he'd be like 20.
Dang, bro. Yeah, see, that's insane. Guillermo's about to be 18. Kim's 18.
Yeah,
I'm like, what the heck?
it's tripping.
The little ones, you know, these are the little kids that we were freaking. We were playing video games. They were annoying us and shit, you know.
Yeah,
like now, like I kind of see how my brothers felt with me, you know. Like man, this kid's growing up.
Yeah,
It's kind of hard to adjust sometimes, you know, like to get used to it. Like, dang, you're freaking older, dude. Like even seeing my little brother now, he's 6, he's talking like he has his own expressions, you know, and you could tell like who he hangs around a lot just by how he talks, because I know certain people, you know, and just how certain people's mannerisms are. So he picks up on certain people's mannerisms a lot more than others, you know, and I'm like, oh, look at you, you're funny.
That's funny. Yeah, it's life's all about, you know, you view life, you know, you see a lot, especially when you're young, you know, you see a lot and you learn a lot from those around you, you know,
because you're trying to.
Yeah, you know, trying to figure out the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, life's interesting, man. You know, especially being a young kid, like it's a trip the way you see the world, you know, as a kid compared to, you know, from experience, obviously, you know, from difference from not knowing to, you know, being a little more seasoned.
Mm-hmm.
It's a trip.
Yeah, life is a trip. I had a question for you. What do you think's better, stamina or endurance?
Endurance.
Endurance? Yeah, me too. Yeah, you didn't even think about that. It's like you've already thought about it before. You already knew that answer. You're like, endurance. Just boom. What do you mean? What kind of question is that?
I mean, you know, stamina is important.
Yeah.
But, I mean, at the end of the day, it becomes a mental game, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Once that stamina runs out, you know.
How are you going to push?
Yeah, like, are you going to hold on? Are you going to go past that point? You know, just keep, you know, pushing yourself to get it done. Because, you only got so much stamina. You know, stamina's going to run out, you know. So, but
exactly.
at the end of the day, you know, you got to be able to hold on strong.
Exactly.
Endure.
That's how I see it too. You know, and what made me think about it was I was riding with my brother yesterday. We were coming home from his court, and there was a car in front of us, and their license plate said stamina. So I asked my brother, I was like, yo, what do you think is better, stamina or endurance?
What do you say?
He's like, what's the definitions? Aren't they like the same? I was like, well, stamina is how long you could go. Endurance is like how much you could push through. So yeah, he said the same thing too. Endurance. After that.
Yeah, man. 'Cause it's, you know, it's a marathon, not a race, right?
Yep. Exactly. I think stamina is very important, but
technically you got to pace your stamina to, you know, so you can endure.
Go the distance.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's why, I found a strong importance in pacing myself now. You know, because like I said, I was drained. I was getting drained. I was getting overexhausted, overexerting myself. not wanting to get out of bed. It creates extra. It created a huge fight inside myself. I was like, fuck, man, what's going on? Why do I feel so tired all the time? It was just my approach to life. That's how I felt, at least. It was just how I was going about my life. I was draining myself. I wasn't pacing myself. So,
no doubt. It can be that way, man.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
It don't stop. It's constant.
I know, man. Life is a trip. So, 25, about to be 26 here in a couple months. That birthday's coming up quick. I'm like, dang. It's actually just over a month now.
Yeah, time's flying, man.
Yeah, man. I'm like,
already what, 4th month, 2023, pretty much.
I know. Friday, Saturday is the first. Yeah, April Fools.
Yeah, April Fools.
I told my dad's lady, right? She was born on April Fool's Day. I was like, that means your existence is a joke.
Did she take that all right? Is she funny?
I don't know. I think she kind of took it personal.
Oh, jeez.
I remember that. Yeah, I was like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, if someone, because there's some dark humor, they'll be down for that. But yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. I be saying some shit, bro. I'm like, dang, I really said that?
Oh, man. What you gonna do,
Yeah, I don't know. No filter.
Yeah, that is interesting, though. Born on April 1st.
My brother Anthony, right? He was born when he was born May 14th. But the year he was born on Mother's Day, because you know how Mother's Day changes.
Yeah,
it changes like every year because it's like a certain day. It's not based on a date; it's based on a day.
Oh, so it's like Tuesday or Wednesday or something.
Yeah, it's like one of those days. So it only so often it falls on May 14th. And yeah,
interesting.
My brother Anthony just so happened to be born on Mother's Day that year, May 14th.
Mother's Day.
I remember that.
It's interesting.
It's coming up.
You know what that sign is?
Mother's Day?
Oh, May 14th. May
14th. What? Like the Zodiac?
Yeah.
Well, the first half of the month would be the Taurus.
So you think it's Taurus?
Yeah, and then like my brother?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a Taurus.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a Taurus too.
Because when's your birthday?
May 2nd.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, interesting.
And you're a Virgo, right?
Virgo.
Yeah, September 13th. Tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I tend to think they have a little bit of, a little bit of truth in it. You know what I mean? It's weirdly interesting, and weirdly accurate in a way.
Is that Zodiac?
Yeah.
It is, bro. Like, it has its place. That's how I feel. Everything has its place.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to use it like a reference point in a way, because I believe God speaks through everything, regardless of whatever. A lot of people, we limit ourselves and we try to limit God, and a lot of times that's why people, I don't know. God is bigger than you think, he's bigger than you could possibly think. It's beyond all understanding. So I've seen a lot of different things. God, he'll speak to me in like crazy ways, but it'll be like an unspoken speech, even though it'll like be through some situation or sometimes it could be a book. Sometimes for me, it could, the Bible, the freaking people on the street. You know, it could be a drunk person on the freaking bus, bro. Like, I've had some interesting experiences, you know, and I definitely believe it has something to do, you know, with the spirit, with the divine. So it's like, I try to be open to all things. That's why I learned to study all these different things, and they help you learn about yourself, you know, learn about others. Even if it doesn't exactly apply, it teaches you that. You know what I'm saying? It teaches you still about yourself. Like, yeah, this isn't really me, you know, because you know yourself, right? Exactly. So it's still showing you, you know, that's kind of what it is. It's to help, it's to give you a kind of look at things. So it's all perspective.
Definitely. Man, it's very interesting. Because, like, I remember at West, there was a book called The Birthday Book. Really big book. Essentially, it was every day of the year, you know, and essentially based off your birthday, you know, it actually had like a whole, you know, thing, like a big old paragraph, like a whole page or two, you know, just based off your birthday. And I wish I could find it again, but it was pretty wicked, man. Like,
you looked it up on like Amazon or what?
No, I haven't. I should.
You could probably find it, bro.
I'm pretty sure, but it was dope. You know, because, like, yeah, you know, I looked at my birthday, you know, and it's pretty legit, you know, like, it's not, like, spot on, but, you know, it's like, you see some things like, you know, it makes you think, you know.
Yeah, exactly. You're not going to completely just be in this box of whatever it says, you know what I'm saying? But I focus on key points, you know. You got to take it with a grain of salt. So it's like, it might not be the whole thing, but there's pieces in there that were for you. You know, they were the jewels. You know, and that's how I've like led my life for quite some time, is through picking up those pieces, like here and there, in all these different places, and I've been able to establish my own understanding of things through that process of picking up the pieces. You know. And that's also how I've been learning too, you know. And then sometimes I just get crazy thoughts, you know, like, for instance, the thought of like, well, maybe if I just observe every first time that I do every action and try to mimic that every single time, I could speed up my learning process and master things way quicker. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was my thought process. I was like, wherever that thought comes from, I don't freaking know. I be thinking some weird shit, bro. I was thinking about it yesterday too. I was like, so my phone's broken, right? So how kind of a lot of my screen don't work. So now, after so long, I haven't gotten it fixed. It's been a couple months, honestly. I've kind of been kind of lazy, haven't really focused on it. I've had the money a lot. I mean, plenty of times I could have did it, but I keep kind of putting it off. So I kind of need to do it. But I've learned some interesting stuff, because at first I couldn't capitalize my letters. I couldn't capitalize like a certain letter if I wanted to capitalize just this word or something, you know, in the middle of a sentence or something like that. I was like, fuck. So I just left it, you know. I would just say whatever. But then came a time, and then I couldn't even put passwords into certain things because I couldn't press certain letters, and then I would try to put on certain apps. My phone can't turn sideways, so I can, you know, have it a different direction. Because that was my first response, was to turn it sideways. Boom, see if that would work. But that, you know, didn't always work. So now I came to the point to where I would just copy and paste things from like my notepad, and I was able to get into certain apps by doing that with my passwords and stuff, copy and pasting certain things, because I could go in there and I could enter the words all the way by turning it sideways. And then I learned how to capitalize words now, okay? Because I'll put a period in the middle of a sentence. And then I'll put a space. Boom. Now I can capitalize my word. And then I go back and I delete the period in the middle of my sentence. And I'm like, I was thinking about it yesterday. I was like, honestly, who the fuck thinks about this shit, bro?
Yeah, it's very niche. But you figured it out, huh?
Yeah, bro. I was like, I've been thinking about some weird ass shit sometimes. Like my phone situation. This is crazy.
But it's convenience, it's caused out of necessity, really. So,
exactly.
That's kind of where some of the best discoveries come from.
Yeah. My teacher says this. Like he said, the people with who do you think is the smartest person?
You ask me?
Let me hear your first guess. I'm pretty sure I might have asked you this before, but
I mean, somebody who's rocket scientist who's using his knowledge. I don't know.
They're pretty smart. Okay, I will say that. I will not knock their knowledge. My teacher says, but the person with the most intelligence is someone from the streets. Because they have to figure it out. They have a different intelligence, he says. I guess he didn't say they have the most intelligence, but he says they have a different intelligence because they're in the streets a lot of the time. They don't have everything. Sometimes they have to, make their own way out of nothing, and they have to figure it out. And then they find crazy different ways to figure things out. There's some pretty intelligent people who live on the streets. I've met some really smart people who are homeless, and they choose to. A lot of those people choose to be like that. That's also why I stopped feeling bad for them, because I was like, oh, they're kind of happy. Regardless of how you want to look at it, a lot of those people are happy to be homeless. That's how they want to live. They don't want nothing else. So, like, life is about peace, right? Life is about, being happy. So, like, regardless how you want to look at it, man, like, they kind of got their life figured out. If that's how they see their life for the rest of their days, like, and they're at peace with that, how can you be mad? Like, it's like, well.
Yeah, it's wild, man. Homelessness is something else, and especially here in Colorado, there's a lot of it,
Yeah, and I'm not saying they're all happy.
Yeah,
but
no doubt.
I have met a lot of happy people that choose to be homeless, that are really just happy, with their life. So that's my thing. Just do what makes you happy. It's always been my thing. Don't hurt anybody. And hopefully what you do doesn't hurt yourself either.
Yeah. You are somebody. Yeah, man. Life's a trip.
Yeah, bro.
It's been really interesting weather lately, huh?
It's sunny now. It was snowing yesterday.
Yeah.
It was all cold and shit. I was like, dang, for real. Because I was driving on Sunday. I was coming back home from somewhere. I don't remember where, but I think it was work. And it said on the sign, it was like Monday or something from. No, I think it was before work. Yeah, it said Sunday night to Monday, snow expected, or something like that on one of the signs when I was driving on the highway. I was like, wow. So they be telling you the weather on the highway now. It's crazy.
Yeah, they want you to know. It's interesting.
I think it's kind of cool though, I'll be seeing some things. I'm like, man, they put certain they put messages on the billboards.
Oh, because people be driving, when it's snowing and shit. People be getting all these crazy wrecks nowadays and stuff. And Like one time I was going to work the other day, and down Santa Fe, right before you get to Inglewood Walmart and stuff, there's like the concrete divider. Someone had like spun through and like smashed into it or something. Like,
damn.
Yeah, I don't know. It was, that's probably why. Because a lot of people just like when it starts snowing, they just like still driving all crazy and getting these crazy wrecks. But,
yeah, people are crazy out there sometimes.
Yeah, you gotta watch out.
Yeah, drive safe, everybody.
Yeah, drive safe. Look both ways. Check your mirrors for your merge and use your turn signals.
Wear your glasses if you need them.
Yeah. Have those lights on.
For real.
Do the right thing. Shit, man. It's, multi-ton, death machine. So use it wisely.
For real though. Yeah, it is not hard to kill somebody with that thing.
Yeah,
please don't.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Straight up.
You really gotta be mindful.
Bro, I was driving this morning. I was tripping because I was like, so the car's in front of me going slow as shit. There's a truck. I'm on the highway on I-25, about to get off on Colfax exit. There's a big ass diesel truck on my right side in my right lane. He's trying to get over into my lane. And these cars they just start slowing down out of nowhere. This diesel truck is like, he's merging, he's already merging. So I'm like, dang, this fool's getting close, and then they're all trying to stop almost. I was like, are you fucking serious right now? Like, why are we stopping? And then the truck like got kind of close, bro. He's a diesel, I'm like kind of freaking out, bro, because so I swerved over to the left a little bit. And there was also another truck coming on this side. So I was like, fuck, man. So I couldn't really swerve. So I barely swerved to the side, to the edge of my lane. And I was kind of freaking out because I thought, if they would have came to a complete stop, bro, I would have probably got smashed by that truck behind me. Because by the one right beside me, it clipped, and then it would have been worse or something. Like, I was like, fuck. I was kind of freaking out. I was like, are you all serious right now? This is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's bad out there. You gotta look out.
For real, though.
You gotta be, precautionary and, know when the lane's gonna end and move over. Because, people are just, nobody's ever thinking ahead no more. No one's looking ahead or, they're always just waiting to merge at the last moment. And
I know,
doing
man.
it all quick and shit. It's wild, man. You gotta be careful. Be wise, y'all.
For real. I gotta get over.
Rub off your bump real quick.
For real.
Oh, yeah. Do you have the ashtray over there?
Ashtray?
Yeah.
Yes, son. That shit's tight, son.
I'm saying something.
Same.
Take a shot.
Yeah, son. That shit's tight, son.
We'll ride out to this. To the... I don't know. What do, Lo?
To our viewers.
Oh, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends.
Yeah, peace and love.
Yeah. Thank you guys again.
Yeah, thank you guys. It's been great.
Yeah, episodes coming. Always.
Yeah.
Working on getting some new guests.
Yep. Definitely.
Bringing back some old faces.
Exactly. So stay tuned, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Keep watching. Stay listening. And
Till next time.
till next time.
Peace.